It is entirely possible to start a career right out of high school, earn one of the highest salaries, and legally pay zero income tax. But despite how lucrative the Merchant Navy is, most people have absolutely no idea how to get their foot in the door. Here is the reality. The maritime industry is strictly regulated. You cannot just apply with a generic resume. There are exactly 3 official entry pathways to get on a ship. If you guess, or if you pick the wrong route for your specific background, you will burn through years of education and thousands of dollars with nothing to show for it. Today, we are going to look at your exact academic baseline right now and map it to the precise, legitimate path you need to take. Those 3 tracks are Deck Officer, Engineer Officer, and GP rating. Your eligibility is a direct calculation of your current academic transcript. You don't choose a role based on interest. You follow the specific track the regulations allow for your background. Let's look at the first track. This is for the academic high achiever. If you have strong marks in 12th grade science and want to lead, this is your route. It's called the Diploma in Nautical Science, or DNS, and it places you directly on the track to becoming a deck officer. The input requirements here are strict. You must score above a 60% in your 12th grade physics, in your chemistry, and your mathematics exams. This flowchart lays out the official pipeline. Pass your 12th grade PCM exams, enter the DNS course, and step into the deck officer role. But look right here, the requirement most miss. You must secure corporate backing, a shipping company sponsorship, before you even start. The trade-off for this high-status role is that it demands intense networking up front. You must convince a company to hire you before your training even begins. Without locking down that upfront sponsorship, your exceptional high school grades mean absolutely nothing, and you risk remaining permanently unemployed. Now, track 2 is for the builders. If you are already an engineering student, or you are completely willing to invest serious time and capital into becoming one, then you rightfully belong down in the engine room. To become an engineer officer, you must graduate from a highly reputable, top-tier engineering college. Operating a ship's propulsion system requires technical certification granted only through specific accredited institutions. The standard requirement is completing a full 4-year Bachelor of Technology in Marine Engineering. Look at this dual timeline. If you already hold a standard mechanical engineering degree, you don't have to start over. You can take an alternate 1-year GME conversion course. Regardless of your choice, both timelines deposit you at the exact same destination. You are trading capital for expertise here. This route requires the heaviest upfront financial investment and the most classroom time. Yes, it is highly expensive and very time-consuming, but in exchange, you gain highly technical skills that transfer right back to a lucrative, shore-based engineering job if you ever leave the sea. The final track is strictly for the budget-conscious candidate. If you need to enter the workforce quickly and you don't have high academic scores, this is your immediate option. It's called the General Purpose, or GP, rating track. It is the absolute fastest, officially recognized way to get onto a ship. The barrier to entry is exceptionally low. All you need is a 10th grade passing mark and a brief 6-month specialized course. Upon graduation, you are deployed into one of 3 specific departments: maintenance on the exterior deck, machinery in the engine room, or handling galley duties. Be very clear about these jobs. You are at the bottom of the ship's hierarchy, doing heavy, physical, manual labor day in and day out. The trade-off is steep. You get immediate deployment and a stable, reliable paycheck, but you are facing a much longer process to ever reach an officer level. It is a purely pragmatic exchange. You completely bypass the heavy academic requirements, but you pay for that speed with your physical labor. Because these roles offer such high pay right out of the gate, applicants get desperate to secure a spot quickly. And that desperation is exactly what scammers rely on. You will encounter unofficial middlemen, known as agents, who promise to bypass the hard work. They will offer you guaranteed sponsorships or immediate placements for an upfront cash fee. If you pay them, you will lose your money. You will be handed fake placement documents, and when the authorities catch it, your maritime career prospects will be permanently ruined. The maritime industry is regulated by strict international law. If you pay a middleman to bypass official procedures, you are essentially purchasing a permanent blacklist from all legitimate shipping companies. This table summarizes everything. Your timeline to earn money and your current academic standing dictate exactly what you do next. If you have time and high grades, you take the DNS path. but your primary risk is securing that upfront sponsorship. If you want deep technical expertise, you choose the engineering track, provided you can handle the high cost and time in school. And if you need immediate stability, you pick the GP rating, accepting the reality of manual labor. Whichever path you fit into, read the fine print of the institution, verify the reputation of the college yourself, and eliminate any agent who asks you for money to secure a job. The promise of a tax-free, high-paying life at sea is entirely real. You just have to make sure you are walking